What's going on, everybody? It's Top Bets. We are checking back in. We got our almost outright, our first outright of the year last week.
Yeah.
Almost. But finished up the Waste Management Open. That was it was always a fun one. Cash day, 3-ball on the first day. Could have went back to back on Friday. I think it was Hoey again, or I know it was Burger. Absolutely just got dismantled or something.
Yep.
So that was frustrating. And then classic. I even said it on the stream last week. I even had Goddard as the cover boy, and my dumbass did not play him. So I went McNeely over Goddard. It was between those two. I should have put both of them on the card, and we would have been rock solid there. But man, what a wild finish there with Goddard coming back. As always, joined by Teaser. What's up, buddy? How are you feeling?
Good, man. It was a tough watch Sunday. Pretty anticlimactic at the end. It wasn't a great finish, I would say, but had a 3-ball as well, just like you on Friday. I think it went 3-1, and Burns just got destroyed. I don't know what his deal was this week, but hit a couple round scores. So if you want to join the Discord, I've been giving those out 4 for 4 this week on round scores. But yeah, had a couple top 20s. Rasmus fell out. Kitayama and him finished tied 23rd. So off to a interesting start with the placements this year, but looking forward to Pebble this week, another good venue. I think this year it's our first signature event of the year as well. So not great odds on anything. So that's great.
Yep. But other than that, I mean, I thought 16 was pretty climactic as well.
Yeah.
Saturday, I don't know if they just had the yardage wrong, but I feel like everybody was in between clubs, and they couldn't get a good read for it. A lot of people were playing safe on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
They were trying to usually, use that little slope. I heard Nance basically say that they should make it more to like Augusta, where it kind of feeds into that, which I thought was a pretty good angle there, but we'll see. But yeah, I think they need to make a little bit more aces there, make it a little bit more. I mean, obviously you can't just create an ace, but more chances too. So I think that's something that they probably need to look into, because I mean, everybody goes to obviously be on that 16th hole, and it kind of just feels like, man, you missed the hole in one, one of those weekends that you went. But other than that, we're back at it. We got the Waste Management was always one of my favorite ones. Kind of almost like a letdown coming into this one with Pebble Beach. It is a pro-am, so there's going to be more celebrities out there again. I guess it went down from 3 courses to 2 courses, but it is a signature event, so you're going to see a lot more 2-balls, I think, this week, not 3 balls. Shorter field, but you're going to have all 4 rounds for all these guys. So we'll dive in. If you have not yet, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys tune in each and every Tuesday night as we dive into each particular event. And like Teaser said, all of our plays can be found in the Sharp Bros Discord. Shout out to all the cappers in there. And, what a side note here, but what an anticlimactic Super Bowl that was.
Yeah.
That was brutal. That was a brutal watch. Did you watch it?
Oh, I watched it. Yeah, it was halftime show was probably the best part, I guess. But I mean, that was all right. But that was. I figured they would get crushed, but we moved there. I'm glad they did. Not a big Patriots guy, so.
Man, me either. But I didn't like. I like Seattle. I'm a Rams fan, so I was hesitant because they beat the Rams 2 out of 3 times, and Rams had their number better than anybody in the league, I think. But Patriots. No, Drake May looked terrible. They were conceding drives. It was rough to watch. Rough to watch in the first half for sure. All right, so let's get into it. We go over outrights, placements, matchups, DK decisions, high risk, low risk, all types of information for you guys for the next 25 minutes or so. We got Trent in the chat. What's up, buddy? He says, got her up. Trending upwards. 2 wins already this year. Pretty wild.
Yep.
First win, give it to him or whatever. But this one didn't feel. I mean, obviously he went and got it on the playoff, but it felt like Hideki just threw it. But he was playing on fire the entire weekend, not being able to drive the ball in the fairway. So, but yeah, shout out to Goddard. I mean, Scotty, if he didn't have that terrible Thursday, he wins by 10 strokes. So,
yeah.
Keep that in perspective for this week. Because I feel like he's out for absolute blood. And obviously with his outright currently at plus 295, be on the lookout there. It probably might be the best number because he's probably going to go low on Thursday. But we do have, Rory back in the field. You got Fleetwood back in the field. Henley's back in there. So Bob Mack, Coverboy, Patrick Cantlay, Aberg's back. So it's star-studded. It's a very, very deep field. Teaser, take it away. Let's go over some key stats and attributes we should be looking for.
Yeah, so we talked about an 80-player no-cut field. Some people like it, some people don't, I guess. I don't mind it. So obviously everyone knows Pebble Beach, but really just a second shot golf course. Distance doesn't really matter. Precision, a lot of wedge shots. I think nearly half come from inside 150 yards. Scrambling and putting are pretty key here. It's not too hard for them around these like POA fringes and things like that. Wider fairways, not too much driver is being pulled really, except Rory. He kind of just blasted his way to winning last year. But not a lot of guys can do that. So tons of bunkers. Greens are, I think, the tiniest outside of Hilton Head on the tour. 3 of the most famous par 4s. And then Spyglass, they'll use for one round, either Thursday or Friday. It's a little more difficult than Pebble Beach. 5 holes along the coast, more narrow fairways and thicker rough. So that could be more of a harder time for them on one of the 2 days. Rory's the defending champ. Fleetwood coming back to the field, and Scheffler coming. I think 3-1 is really going to be a good number. So really just what actually wins here is strokes gained approach is the number one stat, putting on POA, and then proximity from 75 to 150. That's kind of the big one I use. I've hit Tom Hoagie here in 2021. That he was number 1 in this stat. So that yardage has been pretty big the past 5 years for the winners, and then bogey avoidance as well. So
what was that stat for Hoagie? Sorry.
I think in 2021 when I hit him, he was from 100 to 125. He was like number 1 in the field. So this time I think it's more 75 to 150. So kind of just looking at guys in that range who are good with their wedges. That's mainly where everything comes from on this course, is that range. So
yeah, it's not a very long course, so this is not where. I mean, Rory kind of put that to bed last year because he just drove it everywhere on this course. So there's always that particular angle to it. He's probably going to be the main one that drives it more than most. So yeah, you're really looking for more of approach play here. I think the outlier there was the Rory last year, but you've seen people in past years, lose strokes off the tee and gain it. Obviously strokes gained approach or around the green. That's the key right there. So I think your emphasis, as Teaser said, make sure you guys look for those approach players, elite ball strikers. And it doesn't really matter too much if you're in the fairway or not on this course because it's so shallow. So, all right, let's go to the board. We got Scotty, like you said, plus 295. We're never going to give that out for you guys. If you want to play that, go right ahead. Then you have Rory back, Xander, and the hottest golfer in the land, almost behind Goddard up, is Siwoo Kim.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not betting either one of those 3 at 13-1 for Rory, 25-1 Xander, 25-1 Siwoo Kim. Any love for the top of the board there?
No, I mean, we saw it last week. You can't bet Siwoo to win a golf tournament. Like, he just finds ways. Like, I think he gained over 3 strokes again Sunday ball striking, but we saw he missed like 3 6-footers when it mattered. So he just didn't do anything. He just parred his way to 3rd place or whatever he got. So especially in this field, I would never touch 25-1. That might be worse than Scheffler at 3-1, honestly. It's kind of insane, the number that he's tied with Xander. Wouldn't touch Xander as well, and I also probably wouldn't touch Rory at 13-1, just his first start back on the PGA Tour this year.
Yep.
Won't be really mad if I miss it. Cam Young, definitely going to stay away from it, that number. I think he might be chalk this week, but I think you have to start. If the conditions, I don't know about the weather yet, but I want to make sure that it's not too windy. But I think Russell Henley at 30-1 would be good to start your card. If you don't really want an outright, definitely a top 10 on him.
Yep.
Definitely, this is a good spot. He's had he finished T19 and T9 this year so far, so in decent form. Obviously, he's a good putter on slow greens. Approach, I believe, around here. Let me see. So approach on small greens, he's top 5. Off the tee, less than driver, top 10. So he kind of excels on total short courses. He's top 5 in that as well. So I mean, that's his game, is pretty much wedges and putting when he's on. So look for him. I think top 10 obviously is the safer bet. I probably am going to put that down at, I think, 215 right now, including ties. But yeah, I think he could be a guy to be up there on Sunday.
Oh, did I lose you? Might have lost him. Might have lost Teaser. But you still there, buddy?
Yeah, so American Express T8. I think Sony Open was a top 20 as well, right?
Yeah, top 20. T19. Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so T19, T8. So he's coming in decent form. I think with the West Coast swing, it's kind of good to look at. I guess recent form as well.
Hold on.
Oh, are you back? Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at Pebble Beach now. Here you go.
Yeah, I don't know if I was even going through with talking, but I just kept talking. I don't know.
I think we're back. We'll see.
All right, cool.
I can at least hear you.
So yeah, T5 last year. I mean, it's not the greatest course history, but like it's pretty a mixed bag. I don't know what that 2019. I guess that was just a weird year for him, but yeah. So I mean, it's just really that 75 to 150 range is what he excels at. So that's probably where I'm going to start it, just 30-1. And then honestly, how about you? I really don't like anyone like in that range either. I might.
Yeah. So you got Cam Young. We talked about 27-1. We're just not going to take him. I still don't think he's there. One surprise for me last week was Victor Hovland. I mean, he played a lot better than I thought he would at that course. He didn't have much good course history there, and but he got hot Saturday, Sunday. So
yeah,
I've seen some love for him this week at 27-1 is I still think it's tough to play.
It's tough. It's because if his approach game's not on, you can't rely around the greens with him. Which Waste Management, it's kind of crazy. He must have been on approach. I didn't really look into the stats because you don't want a course where he needs to chip to win. I just will never back him.
Yeah, here, let me pull this up real quick. So we got, Victor, he played very, very well Saturday, Sunday.
So,
12, 10, his approach and around the green was actually not bad.
Yeah, not bad. That's better than I thought, yeah.
I don't know if he's played here. So he's got a pretty good track record here.
Here's around the greens there. I mean, it's just negative all around. So it's like that's where it kills him from winning more. I mean, so.
But he is. I mean, if he gets dialed in with his approach shot. I mean, he's going to have a chance. So I'm not sold on Hovland, but I'm not entirely out either. So he's one that intrigues me. I'm always okay with Tommy Fleetwood. The only time, he was in the teens a couple of times last season. So when he was just on that stretch, first time I think back out on the tour this year. So 28-1 is not terrible.
Yeah.
And then you got Justin Rose, which 28-1 is incredibly crazy there. So that's unbettable to me.
McNeely, definitely.
I I just have maybe a crush on Maverick McNeely or something like that this year. Every time like I hear his name, I'm like, I got to bet him. I should bet him, right? You got to play him somehow. So he's still in the mix for me. I mean, right here, right? McNeely 29-1, Goddard up 30-1, but like you said, Henley 30-1, Griffin 31-1, and then you got Hideki 32-1. So a lot of those players from last week that should gain some ownership. But if I had to pick one out of those, I'd probably go Hovland or Fleetwood to everybody else, and then maybe a tied for third a third is probably McNeely. But no one really truly stands out to me there. It is like last week, I was like Goddard or McNeely. Those are the two best values in that spot, and I picked the wrong two. So kind of in the same spot here, but I don't see it. I don't feel like someone's screaming at me there. So anybody else maybe from that 3,000 to 30 to 40 range that you're looking at?
I would say the only guy I would look at is Jason Day. I mean, at 46. I mean, he doesn't really rate well in the model, but I think he plays pretty well here. I know he does at Torrey as well, but Pebble. Yeah, 13th, 6th, 24th, 7th, 4th, 21st, 4th, 2nd, 5th, 11th, 4th. So what's that about? Like
been on the course for like 70 years, that sounds like.
Yeah, so what is probably like 6 top 20s there. So that's another guy. He hasn't really obviously won in a while, but it's like
I mean tons of great scores here.
Yeah, he would be a good top 10. I think it's 305 for top 10. That's not bad value at all.
Yeah.
So that's where you can kind of target some top 10s this week. But personally, I'm going to talk about one guy. Like, this is more of the mid-tier to upper-tier range. And there's two guys, but this is going to be like a long decision for me. And I don't know if I'm going to play him or not this week. And that's Shane Lowry. He's 13th in the model, and he came in second last year. Like, everything screams to take him. Like, the putting on Pebble Beach, he's number 1 last 5 years. Putting on slow greens, he's top 5. Strokes gained total short courses, he eats them up, top 10. Approach, top 10. The one thing is we haven't seen him this year.
I haven't seen him, yep.
His recent form is 67th to 68th in the model. So he's not really hitting it well off the tee and strokes gained total. Yeah, second last year here, U.S. Open. So he doesn't really even play that much. But
was it a couple years ago that what was the tournament that him and Sepp were like playing in the rain to win it? Was that here?
I think that was Truist. Oh wait, no, that was Pebble. Yeah, it was Rory.
Was it Pebble?
I think
was it Rory and Lowry? I know they were playing in the rain or something like that.
It was Rory and Lowry. I mean, let me see if Steph was here last year.
But I mean, Lowry, biggest question mark with him obviously is he just hasn't been on the tour, so
yeah, it's the recent form. Yeah.
So that's why you're getting a 64-1 number. I think he's a pretty good fit. Let me see what he's coming in at on. He's coming in 11% in here for DK, so nothing eye popping.
And I will say too, if it's gonna be windy, I would prefer to back him over a lot of those guys in the range because we all know he plays well in the rain. It's not like something new, so you always want to take one of those like guys from overseas when it gets really windy. So
yep, and so where I would probably start my card this week, depending on if I want to take someone in the 20 to something range, I think Coverboy this week. It's disgusting, but hey, we're gonna go back to the well here, and it's we're gonna go back to the well here, and we're gonna go Patty Cantlay.
You love the Cantlay Pro-Am narrative.
Exactly, that's exactly the narrative I'm playing. The slower the play, the better for this guy. American Express, hey, tied for 13th. Okay, This is what he does. He's an absolute turtle when it comes to this. So let's just see.
Well here, I think.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's not. He has not won, but I still think he's. I think he's got the best value out of everybody in that range. 38-1.
Yeah.
Right. You can. Somehow, some way, you get Jake Knapp for 38-1, which is just insane. No one should take Jake Knapp at 38-1, even though he's playing phenomenal. That's just a terrible number on Jake Knapp. Right. So, Cantlay, overall value there, 38 to 1 makes more sense to me where to start the card. I didn't mention Fitzy at 34 to 1, but he still is one that he played well all 4 days, just didn't play exceptionally well to win.
No.
He still was well. He played well enough. Just I still think his ball striking and everything can do well here. I'd rather take a 38 to 1 number with Cantlay. So that's probably where I would start. What you got? Anybody else in that particular range that you're looking at?
I think you always have to mention this guy when it comes to Pebble Beach, and that's Berger.
That's where I was going next. Yep,
at 65. So yeah,
got to go to him.
Yeah, both talk about it. I mean, the putting here, top 20. I mean, he doesn't really rate too well in the model, but total short courses, 20th approach. Really just another guy on approach. Putter's always the iffy thing with him, but around here.
He's 20th in the model there.
Yeah, so
putting's his biggest thing.
Last time he played here, he won 2021. Yeah. So top 5, top 10, and a 49th. Yeah, it's just kind of screams Daniel Berger. That's kind of what he does. I think a couple comp courses where he's won as well. He's won at Colonial, which is another kind of shorter, smaller greens course, stuff like that. So
yeah, and I was on him last week at 61 to 1, and
so that means take him.
That's what I'm saying. I've been Thorby. I was a week early on Thorb, and he got top 3 this past weekend, or top 4 or whatever. Yeah. So I feel like I'm just like a week early on these guys. So I kind of have to go back to our old strategy, just put them back on the card and let's go.
Yeah.
So I might. We'll see. I think Gerard at 61 to 1 is intriguing. You finally get not a 40 to 1 or something like that the last couple tournaments. I know with it being a signature event, it's hard to take Gerard, but his ball striking has been that elite. It's just incredible to see the fall of Colin Morikawa at 65 to 1.
Crazy.
Just don't take him, and just incredible to watch him just keep falling. More as I go down here, a couple other guys that intrigue me at the long shot area. Aaron Rai has a pretty good track record here. He's 125 to 1. So not bad on that front. Cootie.
I think you cut out.
We got Trent here. What about Pearson Cootie? He just fell off for me last week, and I think he kind of finally maybe hit the wall there. But
it's decent Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, I mean 57 to 1. He's got shorter odds than Morikawa.
That's just crazy. He just doesn't. He's been playing well. It's just like the books are doing their because of recent form, but there's just zero win equity with Cootie.
I'd rather take a placement with him. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't do an outright. I think a good placement for him, top 20 or so. I think you're going to get a better number there. Yeah. Batia is intriguing, 66 to 1. But my favorite outright is definitely Aaron Rai. I think his elite ball striking at 125. I don't even know what is done here, but I just like the way he's 9th in the model, green all the way around. Let me see what he's done here. Aaron Rai, Pebble, 65th and a 40th. They got a 40 last year. And those strokes gained around the green were terrible, so he could always improve that. But he's probably one of my favorite long shots. You got a favorite long shot? Oh, I lost him again.
There we go.
There you go. You good?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on tonight. Did you see Corey Connor's number at 94 to 1? That's crazy.
Just an incredible number. Incredible.
Yeah, it's. I personally, I don't know. He could be a decent shout at this course, but there's speed there at 76. Obviously, I'm not sure with him.
Yeah, I can't take him.
No. Maybe like a Michael Kim if we're looking at a wild long shot. Maybe like a top 10, 7 to 1. I've seen a lot, or not a lot of him, but we also haven't seen him this year yet. And obviously, he's very streaky. And Lucas Glover,
Swamp ass. There you go.
Yeah, he's
First mention of swamp ass this year.
20,000 to 1, right? So it's like 9 to 1 top 10. I mean, I probably would take the top 10, but he's another guy, elite approach play. Last year he came in third, actually. I think he kind of backdoored that if I remember, but still at third. So yeah, he gained his last. It's always the putting with him, but I think I'd probably obviously feel more safe with the top 10 there. But another guy, if you want kind of a longer shot there.
Yep.
Then really another guy who kind of just throws darts in there is Bud Cauley. I don't know if he's played this year.
Except for Sundays at the Waste Management when I take him for a damn 3-ball and he's terrible.
He's actually been pretty bad this year so far. So that's
I was so mad. Guy was been on fire, and I'm like, yeah, let's do a little sneaky little action here. Well, +4 to end the tournament.
Well, last time he played here was 2016. So
yeah, jeez. Yeah. 2 guys that have been playing bad to start the year. Any intrigue here on these 2? And then we'll move into our placements and matchups to wrap it up. JJ Spawn, Sam Burns. 2 guys who will turn it on at some point. We already know that. Those 2 are too good to be out of it for that long. I don't think Spawn played. If Spawn played last week, he got cut. I know Burnsy
withdrew before the.
That's what it was. Yeah, he withdrew. Yeah, and then Burnsy coming off of a cut. 2 guys nobody wants to touch. I think they're both coming in single digits. Yep, both at 8% DK. Are you going back to them at all?
I mean, Spawn's actually 6th in the model, so like I prefer him over Burns in this situation, just based off their games. Honestly, Spawn's not a bad play, really. He kind of does well at these type of courses. Well, small greens, good on approach. I don't want to be like that type of better this year with Burns and stuff. Like he kind of is dead to me at this point. I'm sick of betting that guy, man. I can't. Like I had him for one and done and everything, and like I followed his first 2 days at Waste Management. He couldn't find the face of the earth, and if he's not putting well, I mean, he's not.
Well, that's usually what he's known for, being one of the better putters on the tour.
He's fallen off heavy too. So
this is so classic, though. I bring those 2 up on purpose because I've taken both of them for outrights, and they've been so bad. So I already know I'm going to continue to fade them, and they're one of those 2 are going to win soon. I already know it. That's just how it rolls.
I like Spawn more. I do. Especially around this course. I actually don't know what he's done here. Let me check.
Burns has got some pretty good. I think he's got a top 10 here. Burns, he does, but recent form is just tough.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So talk some placements there.
Yeah, I don't think matchups are up for DK yet, but
Patty Cantlay +110, top 20. There you go.
It's a good one. Yeah.
You can take Berger +158, 160-ish.
Yeah, for 20. Yeah.
Top 20. Then you got my favorite, outright. I like Aaron Rye, so I said +240 right there.
Yep.
Pretty. Yeah. Well, I think that's
even Lucas fair. Glover 330 is a solid one.
Mm-hmm.
And then just going down, like obviously some top 10s will obviously have more value this week, but I would like Henley.
Does FanDuel have matchups?
Yeah, they have some up.
All right.
We can check that real quick.
Look at that real quick. I've stopped betting that sports book, by the way. They're dead to me. They limited my boost to $10. And I was like,
yeah, that's what I have too. Yeah.
Well, I was at hundreds and 200s at one point. So I went to customer support. I'm like, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? It's just, I'm bringing, money in for you guys. What the hell? Yeah. And of course they say, oh, it's random. And I'm like, okay, well, take it off of me. Take off the $10. What the hell? All right. Enough ranting about ScamDuel. Absolutely hate that. Matchups. All right, we got them.
Yeah, their matchups aren't great, but Cantlay over Aberg. It's a little juiced though. A lot of these are juiced, but could do a fade of Hideki.
Yeah, just do your boy Henley. Do Henley
Yeah.
over Monty.
I mean, if he plays like he did last week, that's not going to cut it here if he can't. His chipping's not going to save his life this week. So, is Lowry over? Oh, I think I'm going to go that. Lowry over Pendrith is a good one. I don't think Pendrith is the greatest here, but
here I'm going to go the last one. I'm going to go Hovland over Xander. I'm going to keep fading the Xander train.
It's pretty good.
Plus 110. Some Hovland action. Stay with him. I mean, Xander has done nothing.
Yeah, he looks
for me to warrant to play him, especially now. So
yeah,
that'd be my play of the day there. Hovland over Xander plus 110.
I'm in between Henley over Hideki or Lowry over Pendrith. I think if that's one way I'm going to play Lowry, it'd probably be in a matchup. So I'll probably do Lowry over Pendrith. At 110, underdog in that one. So I think I don't see why. I guess because he hasn't really played yet this year, but we'll take the better course history.
We got Trent here to finish out the show. He says, "I think you just play Scotty outright and call it a week." I personally think he should run away with it. I think he's out for blood, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, if you want to take it plus 300 ish, go ahead, because you might not get that number the rest of the tournament.
Yeah,
but you never know. I think people are hammering him this weekend. I think he got up to like plus. I saw plus 1,700, plus 20 to 1. I just don't know how high it actually got that someone took, but that's always you can play the long game there with Scotty. That was perfect to play it. Bad Thursday, out of it, and then just climb the leaderboard on the weekend.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get up on out here. As always, teaser is going to have round scores, 2 balls. I'll have 2 balls in the Sharp Bros Discord. Hit that link below, or hit us up. We'll get you guys a discount to hop right into the Discord. I'm sure there's a ton of NBA action going on right now. We got a couple more days of NBA going into the All-Star break. MLB pitchers and catchers are reporting, and another beautiful summer of MLB. Then
it's coming.
Before you know it, NFL will be right back. NFL will be right back. But in the meantime, we got PGA for the next several months. So we'll keep rolling. Appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We'll keep coming to you guys every single Tuesday evening. Appreciate you guys tuning in. See you guys.